Good night everyone, today is Tuesday around 9 p.m. New York time, and we're gonna go with the daily technical video day. Guys, we've been mentioning since early today that we saw an structure almost comes to the end in the S&P and oil. Those same structures are the same structures that make us bullish risk at the beginning of the week, and the one that we use as a barometer that the risk trade is gonna go higher. Now, what we can expect and how we're gonna relate that to the dollar index, that's another big question here. Technically speaking, 5 ways high on the S&P can be seen in 2 ways. Either is 1, 2, and then 1 and a flat wave 2, and then that's gonna require a lower S&P in what it can be called wave 5, or what can be called wave 1 and next, or 1, 2, right? That Elliott Wave aging is telling me that the S&P should trade lower for the rest of the week to a minimum target, the minimum I would say around 1140. That means 50 point lowers in the S&P as a sure thing for the next 72 hours. Now, what's gonna happen with that drop in both count the current lower S&P for the rest of the week? What does being translated to the dollar index? That means higher US dollar. Alright? That means higher US dollar. So that's the S&P calling for higher US dollar. Now, what about the rest of the assets? And then we're gonna move to cable. And then if you guys see cable, this is what cable looks like. Again, cable have 2 counts. One of the counts called this to be the end of wave 4, 8 or the wave D, and the other count can call this like a type of flat with another loss coming. That another loss coming in cable is related to S&P making a new low. Alright? I want you guys to understand. But Elliott Wave aging wide is telling me that no matter what it is, cable is gonna trade lower to minimum 154 area, 153.69 extension. So that's telling me 200 picks to the downside. That's cable, that's S&P. Now we move on to dollar CAD, and we mentioned today on the forum that the dollar CAD has been holding this low, which this low is Friday high on the euro. This low is Friday low on the euro, and it's been holding this level for the reason. And we mentioned that we've been calling this move in cable and CAD since yesterday, and we believe that cable is gonna see minimum 104 and in extension 105 pretty soon. That means $200 highest in the dollar. So the dollar's trend is visible around the whole market, it's undeniable. And then let's see the dollar now. Okay, this is the dollar index and the 8 hours. This is one of the counts. Still is possible. It looks unlikely at this stage, and that's gonna be great for us. That's gonna be great in some degrees. Why? Explain to you guys why. This count is calling 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, a 3, a 4, and a 5. 3 backs, and then lowest. This move on the C way. This move is gonna happen anyway. Should happen anyway. Now, I was mentioned today that there was also a reason why the euro didn't make a new high. That this can be modified 2 different ways. It can be modified to this way, and in that way, you got 5 swings from the top on the dollar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In Elliott Wave, 5 swing means 3 backs, and means that this low on the dollar should be taken before this high right here. So what you should expect right now, you should expect this on the dollar and move back in 3 ways to around the previous 4 high or this high, and then another leg down on the dollar, and then higher. Now this morning, still, this is my favorite scenario is this, and I tell you why. Because you got S&P, a risk assets ending sideways. You got oil, a risk assets ending sideways. You got cable, a risk assets ended sideways. You got Aussie ending sideways or 3 ways move, and you got New Zealand ending 3-way move. So how the euro is gonna get a 4 and a 5 and a 4 and a 5 run another 200 picks to the outside with those risk assets proving ending a cycle? That's why we didn't took the loan this morning. Still, it has been denied. It has been denied 100%, but it's very close to invalidation. So I would say this: at this stage, it's better going with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, 3 backs, and then another 5, or A, B, C, W, S, and we are higher in the B way to around, I would say 76, 78, 50 area, and another drop coming out. That's for the index. Now, let me show you the dollar index in a 1 hour. The dollar index in the 1 hour, this morning when I wake up, and I've been mentioning this all day, I saw the structure from the lows in both the euro and the dollar. And the first things I do in the mornings is check the dollar index, and then that's the first chart I do when we do the days, and after we go and start updating the rest of the pairs, because this is the key. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 1, and then you got a flat 2, 3, 4, and 5. You put the RSI on it, and guess what? You get a divergence on the last leg. This is telling me that this is a 5-way move. You got the correction back, and then now you see 1, 2, 1, 2, and you're gonna see how this needs to extend to the outside. That was the reason technically that we canceled the short trade, the long trade on the euro. Now, levels, very important. Scenarios, very important. The first level that we need to look at it is around 78.07, 78.20 in extension. Now, if we go to the 1 hour on the index, what do you got? At this stage, either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 makes wave 1, and then if that's the case, this move is gonna get deeper because you already have the big A in place right here. So what you need 3 ways back to around, I would say 78, 87, 78, 56, 58 minimum, and going lower. Another scenario is A, B, Z, this is W, S, A, but then this is a small A. This is an A like this A. And then from there, you're gonna get 3 ways back to around here. And then from there to around 78, 31, 78, 12, you're gonna get another leg down on the pairs. That's 35.20 on the euro dollar. That's the dollar index, guys. That's the dollar index. There is no other way around. The last one, like I say, is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's about to invalidate that move when with a move within 78, 78 or 6. Now, let's show you oil. this is the reason. Oil was rejected from the 1.236 of the embed feeble relation of wave 4. It was rejected from there, and oil from the top, I believe, is down 5 ways already. Look, 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe oil is ending wave 3 to the downside, but looks important. Let me see the RSI. It looks like it's still in wave 3, and now oil should find support around 84.57 or 83.61. Looks like 84. You do a 4 and a 5 and continues to go lower, and that's creating in the 60-minute chart of oil. That move right there is creating a top, and that move is gonna go and it's gonna take oil to around minimum around 79.30, 80.76, and from there another rounding raise. It's very simple, guys. Very simple. Market correlation is the best tool you guys can see in the market. Now, let's see the euro dollar. Okay, on the euro dollar. On the euro dollar, guys, we are presenting 3 different counts tonight. 3. No 1, no 2, 3 different counts. Okay, this is the first one. A, B, C, W, a flat wave B, and then A, and we are in the B wave of, in other words, we are in the wave that correlate with this low. Now, what you need to see here is that this channel should hold. This channel should hold. This channel should hold right here, and if that's the case, 35.19, 34.72 can be the number that bounce higher on the euro. Now, how we're laboring is that we say on the forum today, a flat B, and then issue trade lower to around 35.51, 35.19. That's one count there. Now, second count is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. At this stage, it's very questionable which one to favor. I would say it's either, it's either this one or the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swings, and then the 5 swings, it will allow a deeper correction on the euro to around 34.22, 33.56. Now, is like this. The other one is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, but this is gonna, the euro dollar, the dollar index is showing that this low around 35.63 is gonna be taken sooner or later. So that's gonna create overlap and invalidate that count. So most likely is the double zigzag to the top of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swings with the biggest correction to the downside. So if you look at cable, cable is calling for this one from the double zigzag most likely, or is calling for, cable is a toss. It can be between both counts. If you look at S&P, is calling for 134.20 and the biggest correction. And if you look at oil, is calling for the biggest correction. So you gotta keep your mind open, because everything can happen. Everything can happen. And the euro, the only thing for sure now on the euro is this, guys, that 136.98 is gonna be taken before that 131.40 is taken. So either way, either count, no matter if it is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swings going lower to around 134, 130 to around 133.43 area, no matter if it's that one or is A, B, C, W, S, A, B, and C, W, Y, no matter which one, this high is gonna be taken. Is gonna be taken first than this low. Now, on the 15-minute chart, I'm gonna show you something. And the 15-minute chart, I'm gonna show you something. Is this? How you laboring? Very easy, guy. I'd say that in the forum today. 5, A, B, C in the flat, and then from there you got a nest. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now should trade lower. It bounced from the 618, but I don't think that this move is completed. So I believe that it's gonna test 33, 35, 58 and ends this move and another 4 and 5 to maybe 35, 30, 35, 20. We have an entry there, and we're gonna keep the entry as proposed. So that's what we see for tonight, guys. We see dollar strength. We've been saying since this morning that we've been mentioning since the morning that the oil and the S&P were ending sideways, and dollar strength was around the corner. All right. So that's for tonight. Get back to you guys later. Thank you.